Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Quick Fix Episode 9. I am Chris P. I am your host. T-Dog is not here today, but you'll see him on the next one. But, the man of the hour, the guest for this episode, Mr. Snoopy. What's up, brother?
What's up? Hello. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good, man. How you feeling? Some big news just came out around you. You are officially re-signing with the Boston Breach for the 2023-2024 season. How's that feel?
I mean, it's amazing, a dream come true. Uh, it got announced yesterday, so I'm really excited.
Love that. Obviously, your story is something that not a lot of people know. And, me who is slowly finding out more information about you, it becomes more and more interesting the more I hear. So, for the people that don't know Snoopy, who is Snoopy? Who are you? What is your name? Where you from? How old are you? What's a little snapshot into who you are?
So who is Snoopy? Well, my name is Eric. Um, I'm 18 years old, and I've lived my whole life in Monterrey, Mexico. So Spanish is my first language.
So you have so first off, before we get into anything, Spanish is your first language. Have you
Yeah.
been learning English for a while? Because your English is great. I've said this to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
How long has it been since you started speaking English?
Probably since I was like 5 or 6, I started learning it because like my mom has a school and like they like teach English there. So since I was like pretty young, also like getting to know like more people that, like through online and stuff, like playing COD. I like it helped me a lot too.
See, that's it's interesting because I didn't know you were that young, so it would have been a little different to me if you were like just learning it in the past couple of years because
Yeah,
that would have been another hurdle to get over, as a whole with all the other hurdles you probably had to jump through living in
yeah.
Mexico, playing with people in the States or finding teams or whatnot. But you've
Mhm.
been playing Call of Duty for a long time. Was there a point of time while you were playing, doesn't matter how young you were, like, you know what, I think I'm good enough to, pursue this?
Um, I mean, since I was pretty young, I knew I was good because I mean I was like 10, but I used to like trick shot and stuff. So like I would like my dream was to be like the youngest guy to like join an org, like as a trick shotter. So and I was pretty good. Like I could like compare myself to some of like not the best ones, but like like I was above average, I would say. But I didn't know like competitive until I was like 16 years old, where like I met some friends in a Facebook group chat or Facebook group. It was like a Latin community, and yeah, they like invited me to play like some S&D wagers, like the dollar wagers. So I started like playing, and I realized I was above average, or
So,
like good.
would you consider yourself an S&D kid?
Yeah, cause I never really played Respawn. Maybe in MW19, just like my friends like needed like a sub or something, and I just play with them. But like I didn't like really scrim or like anything. I just played S&D trials and stuff.
So, before you started playing on the academy team, so for the people that don't know, Snoopy, Eric played for a short period of time on Boston Breach's academy team, Boston Academy, with Doug Censor Martin, Shawnee, and
Mm-hmm.
Pentagram.
The
And
goat.
they are all a phenomenal group of guys. I have the pleasure of talking to them pretty consistently. They are awesome. But
Me too.
going going into that team, how long has was it that you were actually playing respawns consistently and not just search and destroy?
Um, well, at the beginning of the year, I wanted to join Respawn because I turned 18. So I got a team, and we played the first cup. We played Stop 32. That was my first time like actually like playing Respawn and just scrimming like every day. I couldn't scrim a lot of sets because I got home like really late. So that's the reason why like they decided to like get another guy like or like disband the team because I couldn't really scrim. Then yeah, that was my first cup, and then I missed the first like LAN, which was in Raleigh, I'm pretty sure. And then my friends that I met in this Facebook group chat, like the Latin friends, Rupert, Trash, and Nando too, Infinite. They invited me to play. They said we have a sponsor, we have like an organization, and they'll fly us out to Boston, which was the next the next LAN, and yeah, so we that's when I really like started screaming like every day, and like we adapted the schedule and everything. So yeah, it's been like 5 months or so.
That's amazing.
It's
You went from really grinding respawn to being in the CDL in the span of what, 6 or 7
6.
months?
Yeah,
That
it's pretty crazy.
that's insane to me. And I we've spoken pretty often, all that, so I know how quick it happened. But I've never really
Mhm.
talked to you about how fast things unfolded for you. Was it a little scary? How were you feeling knowing that things were happening so fast? You played one LAN with this team, and before you know it, you're in the Call of Duty League. How did
Yeah,
everything go in your head with it going so fast?
I mean, it was pretty, crazy. Uh, my first event we placed top 12, so I was kind of happy with the placement because it was my first ever LAN, and we choked, I'm pretty sure. So I think we could have like made a better run. And then, playing in the academy after like a month of that LAN, or yeah, like 1 month or two, when Doug reached out to me, I was like, I don't know, I was like, I couldn't believe it, it was like really everything was just happening so fast, and I was just like grateful at the moment because I knew this was what I wanted to do. This is what I want to like, pursue. I told my parents that to help me out and like let me have like 1 year to try and become a CDL pro. That's why like I like it was hard for me to tell them that I wanted to like pause my school because I was in second semester of medicine, and but it was really hard, but they understood, so I'm thankful for them. And you know it was just crazy, and I'm just happy and grateful to be here.
You wanted to pursue a career as a doctor? Is that why you were
Ye-
studying medicine?
Yeah, I was. It's 7 years in Mexico, so yeah, I studied medicine, or I was studying medicine.
You believed in yourself so much. Like, do you realize how crazy that is? You were like, give me 1 year to see if I can make it into the
Yeah.
CDL. If not, I'll go back to school. You believed in yourself so heavy. You said, give me 1 year. And this is something that people work, a decade plus for.
Yeah.
You believe in yourself, and that's really cool that you had a support system behind you that
Mhm.
I that believed in what you wanted to do, even if it was not normal to them. And I'll ask
Yeah.
you, how was that conversation? With your mom, say, right, about being,
Hmm.
hey, I know that I've talked to you about wanting to become a doctor, but I want to pursue Call of Duty now. How was that conversation?
So I mean, like my whole life I've been playing video games, like a lot of time, It was like my hobby. But when like this opportunity happened, where like we had the organization fly us out to Boston, it's kind of when it started, like when the conversation started, because I told my mom that, I really wanted to go and I would have to miss like one class, I'm pretty sure, or two, because we had to go back on Monday, I'm pretty sure. So, we made the effort to like fly her out too, so she could see like the environment and everything, and because in Mexico it's not that common for like young people to just leave their homes. Like they usually do it like after they finish like their careers and even marry. Like some people would, like leave house like their home after they marry. So I knew it was gonna be hard, but I kind of explained it to her, and she saw like everything at Boston. We had the opportunity to like see like the pros too, and I told her that like, this is like my dream, and it was hard because obviously like I was in second semester, and but I just told her that this is what I wanted to do and to just give me 1 year to try and improve myself. And
Seeing how supportive your mom is the most beautiful thing in the world.
yeah.
Like when I was with you guys in Toronto, just her behind you the whole time. You do
Hmm.
something after every map. you'll fist bump your teammates and then give like your mom a hug or a kiss. I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is the most beautiful thing in the world. How
Yeah.
important is it having your mom be your number one fan? How motivating is that for you?
I mean, it's just like everything to me. That's what like. I always wanted to, you know, um, make like my mom proud doing something. So just like her being with me at every like event or just whatever I play, and just seeing her like interested just makes me, so happy, and just motivates me to like be my best version.
It motivates people around you as well. Believe me, a lot of people see it.
Mhm.
I remember we tweeted the photo of you and your mom, and people just were like, "This is the best photo I've ever seen in my life. This is the most adorable thing in the world." But keep doing your thing. You're making her very proud, and you're making people around you very proud.
Thank you,
So
sir.
you are very welcome, and I'm not going to make this too sappy just yet. We could save that for the end. But I want to go back
Yeah.
to Boston Academy and Doug reaching out to you. When Doug reached out to you, did you know who Doug was?
I kind of had an idea because I saw like he played like challengers and stuff, but like not like all his like story, you know. I knew about the news that he was like dating someone from my city. Like I knew that beforehand, but it was like pretty crazy, like getting to like know all his story and everything.
Yeah, that's a perfect segue, and that's what I wanted you to say. A lot of people have their own idea of what Doug is and who Doug is and what he's not.
Mhm.
And you don't really know the true Doug until you get to know him and see what he's willing to
Yeah.
do for you. He is the shirt off his back type of guy. He will give you whatever you need and he will take care of
Yeah.
you. What is your experience with Doug, just in the short stint of time that you had with him in Challengers and even, leading into Champs when he was with you the whole time?
I mean, he's a great guy. Like he definitely helped me a lot. You know, um, I don't think I would be in this position without him helping me and everything that he like taught me. I mean, he's a friend. He's like always there. He like sometimes like we like message about like anything, any questions, and he's always like willing to help me. That's what I like about him the most. That he's always there like to try and help others. And he's a really good player too. Like I think he's really underrated, and you know, he's he really helped me a lot. Like I'm really grateful for Doug.
He's, a one of a kind type of guy. He has motivation
Mhm.
like I've never seen out of anyone. He
Yeah,
is
he does.
You are just motivated by being in that kid's presence and
Yeah.
you know the things he taught you, how much of it can you attest to, like, how you play now or like the type of player you are? Like, do you still use like a little tidbits of advice that he gave you in your gameplay, today? And I know it's only been a couple months, but was it gameplay?
Hmm.
Was it mental? What did he really help you
Um,
with?
it was a little bit of both. I feel like everyone in the academy really helped me with that. But yeah, gameplay wise, he helped me, to like I struggle a little bit to like maybe like communicate to my teammates and stuff, but I feel like playing with him like helped me like develop that skill more. Also mentally, like I asked him, I was like, what should my like daily like routine be, or like how, 'cause I've been feeling a little bit tired and stuff. So he like really put in the time to send me like all of the like literally all of the like the things that he does and like some tips that would help me out. So yeah, like both, like my whole life, like in my in every activity that I do, he's like really, like helped me.
That's awesome. That's awesome to
Yeah.
hear. So, let's talk about something that I think everyone wants to hear about. So, you got the call that you were going to be on the main team. Spoiler alert: I was in the room when it happened. I wanted
You
to watch.
were?
Yeah, I have the whole thing on video,
Great.
and people will see it at some point when the time is right. But I was in the room.
Mhm.
I knew it was happening. and you guys were at the mall. You guys were at the mall, I believe, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
we
hold on,
were.
let me find a quiet place so we could like take the
Yeah.
call." In that moment, did you know what that phone call was all about? Like, was there a little piece of you that was like, "I think I'm getting tagged in for champs," or was it a complete blindside?
After Toronto, um, like I knew we had a good placement, and I was really looking forward to like playing again. And I had it like in the back of my mind that it could be a possibility, but when Dens called me, like I don't know, I was just like mind blown kind of. But I like I wasn't really expecting it, but I knew it could happen. It was just but it was crazy.
Yeah, one thing that stuck with me that you said after he told you was like, all right, well, champs are opening things up against OpTic, and you were like,
Oh yeah,
yeah, they're a good team, but we'll beat them. Like I was just
yeah,
like, okay, like he's ready to go already. But it was a really cool moment to see, and then everything unfolded, and you
hmm
found yourself at champs. How was
yeah.
it, traveling with the team, getting down there? Walk me through your day one. What was it like
Mm,
getting to Vegas and getting ready for champs?
well, after Dens called me, he was like, we're gonna have you travel to Boston like tomorrow. So I had to like do everything because I just got back from Toronto, so it was pretty like like it just happened like so fast. But I was really excited. Me and my mom traveled to Boston. We met Colin. He walked us through the apartment and everything. I was just like so happy to be there. Um, first, yeah, I met you and Dance at the airport when you guys were recording. That was cool. And the whole like 40-minute drive, I was just like really processing everything that was happening and was just like thinking about the future and you know really like to really put in the work these 2 weeks and make like every day count. So yeah, the next day we got to the facility. I met like my teammates. Met Josh, like Zach and everyone. So you know it was pretty cool, pretty amazing. Just being there, sitting in that chair. Because there's like four, and like each one, like with the table and the monitor. So I was just like, wow, this is what I wanted to do. I really like felt it in the moment, felt that happiness. Everything that I worked for. That you know, I just
Yeah,
felt it.
it
I
was
was just
that
happy.
moment. You
Yeah, it
work
was
you
that moment.
worked for that moment right there to be like, wow, I did it. I'm here now.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
you guys hit the ground running. You scrim for that 2 weeks. Your days are super long, and
yeah.
then it was time to hit Vegas. Any nerves that morning going into champs? What was it like?
Mm,
Let's just talk about game day. Opening day against OpTic.
game day.
How were you feeling?
I mean, we were playing OpTic, so they're like, the most popular team. Everyone's rooting for them. But I believed in us. I believe that we like really tried this 2 weeks to like really like focus on everything. That we would just give like everything that we could. So, I can't lie, I was a little bit nervous, like obviously, especially when we walked out. People were like booing us and stuff, and then, you know, but I mean, I was just excited. Like, I was like, yeah, I mean, we're playing Optic. I don't care. I don't care who we play. We're just gonna do our thing. And, like, this is what we do. This is why we practice every day. This is why we get on and scream. Um, So, I was just happy to be there. Like I just put on my AirPods, try listening to some music, get the motivation in, just flowing and just talking to my teammates, the coaches too, and just focusing on what was in front of us, you know.
Yeah, it's not an easy matchup to get thrown into, especially
Mhm.
like you said. The crowd roars when it's
Yeah.
OpTic, and they let us hear it when we walk onto that stage. I don't know what happened. I like, just the booze got louder and louder every event, but it's not an easy walkout to do for the first time. And I saw you get a little lost on the stage. We don't have to talk about that, but it's okay. Like you didn't know we
Yeah.
were. I think
I didn't know where I was
Kyle
going, bro.
or like
Yeah, I was just
Kremp
following.
was like,
I was trying to follow Kyle, bro. But you know,
yeah, it was
I was
it was funny. I remember
I got
watching. I was
lost.
like, I was scared for you. I wasn't there. Like it was the first
Yeah.
event I couldn't go to this year, and I was like watching.
Oh yeah.
I was like, shit, man. Like I hope he does. I hope he does good. And that leads me to this part. You did really good. And when you like, it's your debut, man, on the main stage at Champs against OpTic. And from my standpoint, from my like vantage point and other people's, you played very well. How did it
Thank
feel
you.
to load into the map and get those couple kills and be like, okay, I'm kind of flowing now? Do you remember that moment when you were playing? You're like, okay, like I'm actually
Yeah.
feeling pretty good up here.
No, yeah, definitely. You know, we just sat there. We like set like the audio and everything, and when like next thing I know, we're already like loading into hotel. I'm pretty sure, or was it hotel?
I think so.
I think it was. Yeah, it was hotel. And we just loaded in. I was like, all right, this is it. All right, just I was just thinking in my head, just do your best. Just do what you do. Believe in yourself. Just play confident. Play your game. And just have fun, that's the most important thing that I always repeated to myself. I was just like, I'm just here to have fun. And I'm pretty sure the first like kill, I like needed myself because I got stunned, and I was like, oh, and then I died. But after that, I think I went like 7-2 or 6-2. So in like that second rotation, I was just flowing. I was just like, all right, let's go. We got this. We got this. It sucks that we like kind of, you know, uh, couldn't like win the map, but it got me flowing a little bit. So, you know, it was, it was, it was, it was nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I played decent. Could have played better, but you can always do better.
Yeah,
So,
that's the thing. For your debut, it was you had everyone on your side. You went into that with literally nothing to lose. Like
yeah,
in the most respectful way possible. People didn't expect a lot because you got put in last minute, right? And they like
yeah,
if you went in and you did terrible, it wasn't your fault. It was like, out of nowhere you got thrown in. But if you snapped, people are like, okay, this kid's a real deal. And I think you were more on, that side of the equation with there. But when you were sitting across from OpTic, it makes me think because they have a lot of people that have been around for a while and some of the people that are considered, some of the greats in the league. Who in the league or might be retired now, is there any player that has played that you compare yourself to or you try to emulate growing up?
mm, I mean, growing up probably Scump,
Yeah.
but right now in the league, um. I'll probably say a BC or Shotzi. Those two are like, well, actually, Havoc too. I really like watching Havoc. Since like BO3, he used to play like 1v1s, like 1v1 wagers. That's why I started playing 1v1s too. So, like those three, I think that were really like I really like watching them. And it was great having like getting to play against them too.
Yeah, that's definitely, a good list. A lot of people have compared you to Shotzi just with your movement and whatnot. So I was waiting for you to say that. And Havoc's a really good call. He's actually, I started watching him on Twitch not too long ago. He's actually very entertaining, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I was watching a lot of his wagers. He would go into the facility like hours before scrims and just
Hmm.
run wagers or like run GBs or whatever. Just and it was
Yeah.
super entertaining to watch. But and it makes me think of you because you've been streaming a lot too, and your
Hmm.
numbers have kind of exploded. I remember one day I looked at you right after you got put in. I think you had like 1,000 views, or like 800 to a
Yeah,
thousand.
like 800 or
I
something.
was like, what the hell is this kid doing? Like out of nowhere, you're blowing up. But from your
Yeah.
streaming career, did that kind of happen overnight with all these people coming in? Did you have an audience before you went pro?
Mm, you know. I've been like as I said, I was an S&D kid, but I really like only played like $30 max or something. But yeah, streaming was something that I've always wanted to do. I used to like upload videos when I was like 6 years old. I'm pretty sure one video has like 40K views and like yeah, it was like me talking, explaining how to delete an Instagram account or something. So
Wait,
I've
is that
always
that
like,
screenshot of you, super young?
which one? No, no, it's not that one. I'll
Okay.
show you. I'll show you. I'll show you later. But yeah, like I really like. I've always like enjoyed streaming. I remember when I was playing like wagers and stuff. I got enough money to buy a microphone and a camera. So in BO4, I stream with a face cam. If you go to my Twitch, like the most, I think it's like the second like most popular clip. It's me like clutching like a 1v2 or something, and me just doing this when I was like 12 or 13. I don't even remember. But I mean, I had like I would say probably 3K followers, 2K followers before um like starting to stream more because I streamed like the elite matches like 4 months ago, and that's where Doug like saw me too. So I started gaining like more popularity when I started playing Respawn, but I had like a small like audience before. So, yeah.
So it kind of did happen out of nowhere. You know, you had like that
Yeah.
small kind of diehard following. Because when you do wagers, you have to be streaming, right? Isn't that one of the rules?
Yeah, on PC you have to.
Yeah.
I play all Call of Duties too, and I bought an Elgato to stream those too. So I streamed all I like BO4 World War II too, just because I wanted to.
So do you think, with
Hmm.
you enjoying streaming, one thing I tell a lot of people that compete
Hmm.
is there are some people doing things very right when it comes to like content creation and building their personal brands.
Yeah.
Because and people that actually listen to this are going to know that I say this a billion times, but you're only going to compete for a finite amount of time. It's not going to be forever. So you
Hmm.
want to fall back on a stream, a YouTube channel, some sort of like social media presence if you want to kind of stay in the scene that way. That's if you don't want to
Yeah.
go into like the coaching or the general manager or like analyst route or anything like that.
Hmm.
Is building your personal brand and growing your different channels and whatnot. How important is that to you, and is it something that you feel like a lot of people aren't capitalizing on in the league?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I think that's like one of the main things that you have to do, like when you get to the league, because obviously like you're following your audience grows, and like you still have time to like stream. It's not like you have to stream every day and like you don't have time. I respect people that don't want to like play after, or just don't want to stream. But I feel like that's like a really good opportunity to grow your brand, to like get to know more people, like show like because you have like a bigger audience, so you can like show or do more stuff. I don't know. But yeah, definitely that's something that like every pro should consider doing if they like want to grow their brand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's extremely important, right? You don't want your competitive career to be over and be like, okay, like now what do I do?
Mhm.
Like now what job do I go and get? Like if you want to go to like a quote unquote normal job, if that's what you want to do, hell yeah, go for that. Like whatever makes
Mhm.
anyone happy, I'm totally cool with that too. But if you want to stay in the community in some aspect and you want to kind of chase content, I feel like it's kind of a double-edged sword where you have to focus on competing, but you also have to try to free up time to grow yourself personally or
Yeah.
like your personal brand. So it's tough to find that balance, and maybe it could get a little unhealthy if you don't have the right balance. But
Mhm.
we'll see with that. I'm always here to help you with that. Just kind of as a sidebar. But
That's good.
after champs, a couple more things, and I'll let you go. I know you probably get some a stream to boot up, something to do. But
Maybe
after
later.
maybe later,
Maybe
maybe
later.
some wagers, but
Yeah.
we'll see. So after
We'll
champs,
see.
you had the meet and greet at the breach
Oh
table
yeah.
out there. How cool was it to see the amount of people that walked up to see you?
I mean, it was like something I never imagined. In Toronto, there was one guy that asked for my autograph in his jersey. So that was like my first ever. But Doug was next to me, so they were like, I think they were just trying to be nice. But um, yeah, like I was like, wait, does he actually want my my autograph? And it was just crazy. I was just happy. And then in the meet and greet, there was like a lot of people, like I don't know, like it was a huge line. And I mean, it was just amazing to see like all these people that enjoy Call of Duty like as I do, and like some of them were like telling me, "Yo, I like your gameplay," or "You did good." So like that's something that makes me really happy and thankful for like everyone that just came to the meet and greet and like said something nice, or even if we just just take a picture. It was just like amazing.
I mean, all you
Really,
had was 1 year. You know, if the year didn't go as you planned,
one year.
you would have been back in university right now, not getting pictures
Yeah.
taken with you. So a lot could happen overnight. Your following, not your following, but being from Monterey, you are big in the Latin America community, and a lot of
Mm,
your fans come out and grows a lot of like the Latin American community. How
mm.
great is it to see like where the people that are from where you're from, and the people you grew up with, people like you really rallying around you and rooting for you to do well in this league.
I mean, it's just yeah, I'm just grateful for like the whole Latin community because, I'm pretty sure like 2 years ago we finally got the opportunity to open like a region in Challengers for the Latin community. Like Mexico is still considered North America, but like it's both. So I mean, I'm just like happy because I really wanted, like, my objective too was to like show like everyone uh that like the Latin community like also has like the talent and like the talent to compete with like the highest professional players and like to compete at the highest level. So like that's something that I really want to like keep on working on and just like showing like everyone that we can do it too. Um, so I mean, yeah, it's just I'm really grateful for this community.
Yeah, it's evident too when you like talk how proud you are on
Mm,
being where you're from. Like the night at the airport when I picked you, like Den's picked you and your mom up, and I was there filming you. I was like,
mm,
hey, in the video, I want to like give a hat tip to where you guys are from. Can you give me a couple songs that you like grew up with?
mm.
And like you both were just like super appreciative, like, oh yeah, like your mom definitely, she was
Yeah.
like, oh, that would be awesome, like please do that. And then like it came out, everyone's just like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, like we understand it now, but like it's
Yeah.
those little things that mean a lot to you that on our end we want to shine through. The little video of you saying vamos, like little things like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
like they go a
Literally.
long way. But like it's at the end of the day, you're proud of where you come from, and regardless of where you go and what you do, it's really refreshing to hear, like that is ingrained in you forever, and you're not going to kind of forget about that. So I definitely appreciate that.
Oh,
the
yeah.
uh the last thing I have for you, Mr. Eric Snoopy, is you are the only one confirmed for Boston Breach right now for the 2023-2024 roster. And as an employee
And
of this company, I am not here asking for leaks. And I'm going to tell you right now, please be careful with what you say.
I'll
Um,
be careful.
but looking forward to the rumored MW3 for next year, what what is next for Snoopy? What are you focusing on right now? What do you hope to accomplish next season?
Well, next season I just want to win like as much as I can, like every major, I'm gonna try to win it. I want to win at least two majors, and obviously, like champs is like my dream. That's when I was there, like a couple of weeks ago, a month ago. Just being there and like watching the finals, watching them, hold the trophy and everything. I was like, yeah, no, I really want to win this one. So that's just like that's probably my dream, to win like champs. But I'm just gonna do like my best, try to be the best teammate I can, work every day. I know I have like some weaknesses that I gotta work on, keep developing some skills, and I'll just, you know, work on it every day. But yeah, I mean, I really wanna, I wanna win champs and some majors too.
Hell yeah. And I want that too. I want that for me. I want that for the organization, and I want that for you. So I am 100% on your side right there. With Breach being, the first CDL team that you have joined, how has, Oxygen Esports and, the Boston Breach really kind of, how have they been to you? How have they helped you in this career so far?
I mean, since the first day, well, since the academy, um, I really saw like how they treated their players, how they really like are invested in making a player be comfortable, being their best self. And now in the at the pro level too, I see it like we had um some some sessions with a sports psychologist. We like, you know, they're always like really like worried about making it as comfortable as it can be to the players. So yeah, they're like a really good organization. I'm really thankful for everything that they do, everything that they keep doing. And I'm just happy to be working here, and I'll try to make the whole organization proud and win some championships.
Hell yeah. And I heard their content director is an absolute stud. I don't know who that is, but, I'm hearing good things about him. That's what everyone keeps saying,
Yeah,
this
he's
guy.
a goat. He's a goat.
Any final things you want to say to the fans out there before we let you go?
I mean, thank you guys for everything. Uh, we really see the support. We really see everything that you say, and you know, I'm really grateful for everything that you guys do, for the support, for everything. And I'll make us proud. I'll try to get some dubs, you know, into the breach.
That's right, baby. Into the breach. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. I am your host, Chris B, and I am joined by Eric Snoopy, the first confirmed player on the 2023-2024 Boston Breach roster. Maybe we'll be back with more soon. Who knows? Roster meaning is a crazy thing. But thank you so much for listening, and we will see you on the next one.
See ya.